Let's take a moment to analyze how Pasquini attacks the difficult topic of cranial nerves. It is one of the most challenging for early veterinary students, and I know before I entered veterinary school, I didn't even know what a cranial nerve was. So he first presents a table, which is one of the wonderful aspects that Pasquini uses to summarize and bring together information in an easy to approach and easy to recall way. So he's listed all of the cranial nerves there, and you can use that as a little reference. I know I copied it several times and even made myself remember it with flashcards. He'll then go on to the anatomy. So he's presented where each one of the cranial nerves will connect to the brain stem. And you can become an active learner here because he presents things in a black and white format. You can color each cranial nerve, for instance, a different color, and then try to remember that color in your mind and associate it with the cranial nerve. He'll then get more specific and deal with the particular anatomy. For instance, the intricate anatomy of the eye and the different cranial nerves which are involved in its movement of its pupil and its muscles, as well as the bones of the skull and where each will exit the skull from the brainstem. In relation to muscles, in relation to different skulls, from cows to horses to dogs and cats. And finally, my favorite page of Pasquini. This is a cranial nerve exam. It goes from each one of the different cranial nerves, explains how you would test for them, and uses all of the great tools Pasquini has at his disposal. He's got a box or chart. He's listed them with a little diagram which might be silly when you first look at it, but is actually very useful to help you remember. For example, take a look at facial nerve number 7. You're not going to easily forget this exaggerated picture of a dog with a drooping side of his face, and when that comes into your consult room or when you're on hospital rotations during vet school, that's going to stick in your mind and help you remember. So I think Pasquini takes a very difficult subject and makes it easy and approachable for the student, as well as provides a good reference guide for the practicing veterinarian.